There is no company in Nigeria that would say we are developing cars from the scratch and then we build it, we furnish it. Is there any company like that in Nigeria? No. Is there any company like that in the America or in every other developed nations? Yes. So what was he trying to show to me now? I was understanding it better. The kids, our children, who will grow up in Nigeria, they are not challenged. They grow up to live a normal life. Nobody is developing cars. And so if anyone tries to say, I am going to build a company that's going to develop cars from the scratch, they want to substitute the person and say, have you ever seen anybody do that? But a kid who is growing up in the United States would say to his parents, I'm going to have a company that will develop cars. It's not new. They will say, all right, if that's what you're going to do, we'll back you up. It's not new. So what is going to change? The Holy Spirit said to me, the people of Nigeria have to challenge themselves. And then it took me back to the 90s, 80s. That was where the whites started challenging their own selves. Those adults then challenged themselves and built the economy until the economy began to challenge the young ones. I'm not talking about hunger and poverty challenging us. I'm talking about innovations and the things we see around, the beauty of the environment challenging us to do more. Creativity challenging the young ones to do more. So the people of Nigeria, you have to challenge yourself. Every one of us will challenge our mind until we have been able to develop our nation to be able to challenge the generations coming. Is somebody communicating with me?
If you know what SWIFTtrip is all about, be excited that you are part of the people that are starting this project at the foundational stage.
It's time to pay your customers.
I am Honorable Richard Nadi, the founder and the CEO of SWIFTtrip from Enugu State, and I'm based in Port Harcourt City. So congratulations to all who are coming together to pioneer this massive innovation. And I've made mention of our Hub admin right here in Rivers State who will be taking us through with it. So, Mr. Jerry Odu, over to you.
Thank you very much, my wonderful community. It's good to be live again after the long stay of a 10 days whooping protest. But thank God it's all come and gone, and then we're back to business, and we want to do it the way it ought to be done. Of course, like we usually do, we believe in the presence of God in what we do, and we say this business is divine. Yeah. It's not by sheer luck. It was an opportunity that met someone who is ready to drive that vision. And so like we usually do, we will take our presence to the Most High, and for Him to bless this arrangement, because that you woke up today is a miracle. So many who slept last night had vision, had dreams, had plans for today, but as we talk, it's all history. But here we're hale and healthy, and I'm before you, and we say we want to thank God. And of course, from our web now, I want to see who is there, right, prepared, led by the Spirit, that will be taking us to the realm above. I can see my very own Pastor Bonnie Bougie.
Father, we say, may your name be glorified. To every vessel that you'll be using to speak to us this morning, we pray that you endow them with your supernatural wisdom. They will speak to impart, and at the end of this meeting, we all shall have every cause to glorify your name. This we pray through Jesus Christ, our Lord and Savior. Amen and amen.
Echo a bigger amen, because yes, with God, all things positive are possible. Of course, I don't want to say all things because we have things that are negative. So I say all things that are positive, yes, possible. All right. I'm going to veer from the normal today because I want to use the just concluded Olympics as our intro into why our business should be treated if you want to win.
I hear you, sir.
We want to thank the visionary, our able CEO. He's a person of Honorable Richard Nadi. a man with a lion's heart. And of course, he has said several times, and the opted time, that we're looking for lions, not those with feeble minds. The Olympics will serve as our intro. In the last 20 years, 2012 was the last time we won a medal in the Olympics. Okay? Why? We went with 82 participants, and we went with 84 officials. We want to know who will be playing the games for us. Is it the officials or the participants? And now we are trading the blame game already. It has started. Who should be blamed? Who should not be blamed? The point is, why is it that with 82 participants, we didn't come back home with a medal? The readiness and preparedness was not there.
I hear you, sir.
There are teams and countries that have the population of River State, but went back home with medals. Uzbekistan is one of them. Bahrain is one of them. Now, what are we talking about here? For you to win in any endeavor in life, you must be prepared. And preparation takes time.
Yeah.
I'm saying this because of those who are saying, rush, launch. When? It's delaying. It's not delaying. The foundation we are laying for SWIFTtrip is such that when we launch, the medals will start rolling in as proceeds.
I hear you, sir.
Now, countries who mean business, immediately the Paris game got concluded, they started preparation for the next Olympics in 4 years' time. Now, the Nigerian factor is we wait until it's 3 months to the event, you start preparing. If you have that kind of mentality, it is a Ponzi mindset. That mentality to grab it now. It usually will come, but it never lasts. And so we are saying our own is preparation to win, like the gold medalists, the silver medalists, and then the worst case scenario, the bronze medalists in the Olympics. And that is why you can see the process. The Kenyans are going back to the drawing board. They have the attitude. They work with it. The Uzbekistans have their area of strength, which is boxing. And they are working already. But for Nigeria, we'll wait for who to blame. Therefore, in the light of what I have just related, for you to win in life, you must be prepared.
Yes, sir.
And we say preparation takes time.
Yeah.
Because you must till. I'll give you another instance. A lot of us, when we talk about come and buy this SWIFTtrip opportunity, some will say, when are they going to launch? Let me wait first. I, as a person, I have bought into properties. Some of us go to buy what we call veggie lands in the thick forest, and we wait for 10 years, believing that one day government will take an institution there that will make the land appreciate, because that's what the real estate people will always canvass. Government is bringing this here tomorrow, so buy into it. And of course, when we buy, like one I bought, I started paying in 2019, and I ended the payment early part of 2020. Do you know that today I've not gone to see my allocation? Why? I am scared. The place is still bushy. Every time the thought comes to my mind to go, I'm like, they're not going to catch you. They're not going to kidnap you. So I am now waiting for who will go first to go and risk his life. If person comes back and I wait for another person to go and build before I will not go. If we can have that mindset toward investment, opportunities, then it should be in SWIFTtrip right away. SWIFTtrip is an ecosystem, an emerging one. And for all those who are still waiting to say, what is the guarantee? Like somebody who wanted to buy yesterday, I started telling him February, January, when it was 25,500. Now he told me yesterday, I'm ready now. So how much is the money? I said, well, good enough. Anytime you wake up, it's your money. That is now 51,000. He said, how? Tell the CEO that I was among those I wanted to. I said, that is a language we love to hear. I wanted to. Don't want to, because wanting to doesn't translate into action.
Yes, sir.
So this ecosystem we're building is such that if you seize the opportunity, you will be happy you did.
Yeah.
We always say it, and I've always repeated it. Foundation is 40, ends at 30. Once you are 30 and above, you are not a new foundation. It is what you make of the opportunity that comes your way that will determine how you will end. My father was not a multimillionaire. It's not to say I will not be a multimillionaire.
Yes, sir.
That is he. I am different, and I want to make the mark. Today is a different story altogether. If you look at me very well, you will notice that in spite of the fact that we say Nigeria is hard, it is hard, it's true, but I am still surviving.
Yes, sir.
In the face of Nigeria, it's that people are building houses. People are buying new cars. Who says you cannot make the difference? Those who are doing it, some of them were those who saw opportunity like this and took advantage of it. One of such opportunity that is already eluding so many persons out there is the crypto space.
Yeah.
When we started conversing about it, the same government told us, don't go there. They would even caution us of what to say on radio. And of course, we guided our utterances and we tell them we're not talking about crypto, but blockchain, totality. And these are all the things that are embedded in SWIFTtrip.
Yeah.
Embedded in SWIFTtrip. It's not just one, it's a combo of form. A business that has e-taxi, logistics, aviation, and of course SwiftMart. These are the selling point in the modern world. And you're here questioning. And again, I always ask, for how much are we talking about? When it was 25,000, when I started marketing it, people said it was okay, let me see now. The same people who said let me see now are buying at 50 plus. Not because at 50 they will get times 2 of the man who bought at 25. They will still get the same volume of shares. What was the difference? Waiting to see whether it was going to fail. Because the usual thing Nigerians do is that we have 2 classes of persons in this country. There are those when you're succeeding and you're telling about opportunity, their wish is that the thing should not work so that they will come back and tell you, I told you. And for those groups, we will keep disappointing them with success.
Yes, sir.
We will keep disappointing them with breakthroughs. And one of such breakthrough is SWIFTtrip. Today, these persons are saying, actually, we love the concept. A friend of mine from the US yesterday who signed in when I started marketing in January, December, said, I love the CEO. The young man has got guts. And he has his top upstairs. Anytime I listen to him, I wish he keep talking.
Amazing.
All right? And this is somebody who is relatively comfortable over in the US, but he has bought for all his family members. How much more you and I that are here, still watching to see if it's not going to work, if it will work. My brother, it is better for you lose by investing than you regret for not investing. Because we have people like that.
Yes, sir.
Our Peter Obi told us how he lost out on Zoom. Don't be like him. The opportunity is meeting you right now. It's still fresh. Even at 51,500, it's very cheap.
I hear you, sir.
Because very soon, when we hit the 100,000 mark, you won't get it that easy again. The rush will be massive. So, guys, the time to act is now. If you don't have, go and borrow.
Yes, sir.
Most persons who are billionaires today did not start doing business with their own money. The Dangotes of our time. It is the money we're saving in the bank. They are borrowing to invest.
Yes, sir.
And when they borrow our money, we'll go and work for them again. So why not join and borrow? Nobody is kid for borrowing when you invest for the right purpose. Not
Yes,
like
sir.
an Ijebuman for Owambe. All right? So act now and you will never regret it.
Wow.
Thank you very much for
Wow.
being there with you this morning, and we hope to ride on.
Amazing. Thank you, Ambassador Jerry Odu. This is amazing. And you who have heard from him today, I believe you enjoyed every bit of this morning talk with him today. Thank you so much for all you do for SWIFTtrip, Ambassador Jerry. We appreciate you. All right. So NK Billions will be coming up to take us through with the PYC. The PYC. NK Billions, are you ready? Amazing. So you'll be taking us through with the PYC structure today. And just listening to Ambassador Jerry this morning, he made mention about some challenging things with the Nigeria economy, equating with the, I think, with some countries which he was making analysis with the Olympics. And it reminded me of what dropped to my heart yesterday, because most times when I am driving, it's most of my meditation time and just discussing with the Holy Spirit. We discuss a lot. And he was showing to me something. I'm talking to the person of the Holy Spirit. So I believe if you're here and you don't like to hear that in business, they see away, they see no send. Because he raised us from nothing to where we are today. And some person will say, don't talk the Holy Spirit. Now you're only they talk. So now I was discussing with him. And he said to me, he said the challenge that is faced in Nigeria is that the environment we are is not yet challenging the people to do great things. I was looking at that statement. I will come again with it. He said the environment of Nigeria is not challenging its people to do great things. Then I meditated. I said, what is this? I was just on the way, and he was discussing with me. And he took my attention to the environment of America or other developed countries. He said, the environment of America is challenging its people, the young ones, to do great things. And now it was becoming a bit balanced, a bit confusing. And he went on again to show me that the reason why he said earlier that the environment of Nigeria is not doing great things is not challenging us to do great things. For instance, there is no company in Nigeria that would say we are developing cars from the scratch and then we build it, we furnish it. Is there any company like that in Nigeria? No. Is there any company like that in the America or in every other developed nations? Yes. So what was he trying to show to me now? I was understanding it better. The kids, our children, who will grow up in Nigeria, they are not challenged. They grow up to live a normal life. Nobody is developing cars. And so if anyone tries to say, I am going to build a company that's going to develop cars from the scratch, they want to substitute the person and say, have you ever seen anybody do that? But a kid who is growing up in the United States would say to his parents, I'm going to have a company that will develop cars. It's not new. They will say, all right, if that's what you're going to do, we'll back you up. It's not new. So what is going to change? The Holy Spirit said to me, the people of Nigeria have to challenge themselves. And then it took me back to the 90s, 80s. That was where the whites started challenging their own selves. Those adults then challenged themselves and built the economy until the economy began to challenge the young ones. I'm not talking about hunger and poverty challenging us. I'm talking about innovations and the things we see around, the beauty of the environment challenging us to do more. Creativity challenging the young ones to do more. So the people of Nigeria, you have to challenge yourself. Every one of us will challenge our mind until we have been able to develop our nation to be able to challenge the generations coming. Is somebody communicating with me? Do you understand what I've just passed to you today? Thank you. And maybe some other time we'll review into that. God bless you. I am Honorable Richard Nadi. And next with us is NK Billions. And she'll be taking us through the PYC.
Thank you, His Excellency. Thank you for this opportunity again to be the one to talk to us this morning on our unique value. Today is just going prophetic somehow. You heard the first speaker, the person of Ambassador Jerry. He wasn't just explaining what the usual way we explain, what is decentralized, what is mobility. He went with a force and he was talking to us. That is to tell us that God is actually talking to us. And now you heard the lion himself. He was going deep. And most of the things he was just saying were the things I was taught in church on Sunday.
Amazing.
Because in my church, we had youth convention. And on Sunday was like the grand finale. And my papa was talking more about innovation, creativity. You need to leave this whole protest. We are protesting for hunger and all that. There is a lot God has given to us. He won't come to do it. And the funny thing is, Christians will always pray and lay their hands on their head, baptize themselves with plenty oil, asking God for creativity, asking God for what's the next way, what is this, what is that. But deep down, you don't believe that you, as a black skin, can actually be innovative. Then when you see someone else that is doing it, you're doubting. And someone did that in my presence. When I was talking to the person about SWIFTtrip, the person was like, I beg, Ingo fit, and all that. And this guy is so religious. Like, if you see how when I see people who do religious thing annoys me, he's so religious. And I'm like, but now you go put hand for head, you'll be kabashing, you see him over kabashing. And he's still trekking and doing begging. And he's always calling God of this, God of that, but he's not showing in him. It simply means we don't even believe what God has put in us. Wow. And when someone is carrying out that creativity, When someone is carrying out innovation, you'll be like, it's not possible, because you are not having the other skin. The Bible said something, sorry for those who are not Christians, but the Bible said something, that there is no Greek or Jew. That simply means there is no black or white. When you are ready, he will use you. Africans we've always seen ourselves backward. We've always seen ourselves like we are the ones to serve. Do you get? Yeah. Because that was the mentality the whites gave us when they came. But if you carefully check, carefully make your research, you understand that there is no Greek nor Jew when it comes to success. All God needs is your mind. So it's high time we start changing our mindset. And if you don't know how to change your mindset, attend SWIFTtrip meeting every day. It's your stepping stone to change your mindset. I wanted to go read or go sort, because it will be a big thing for you, to be boring for you. Some persons, when they screw their phone, all they screw is a brain jotter. They want to watch him and dance, and he's making money. So just attend SWIFTtrip meeting morning and evening. That is your stepping stone to change your mindset. Because if you don't change it, what I'm to share will be too big for you to comprehend. But even at that, just flow through, okay? All right, I'm going to stop it here and go straight to the point. So as I said today, I'm talking to us on a special and innovative, okay? Now, the truth is, everything we do today in Africa, or 98% of the things we do in Africa, we copied. Someone else has had the idea, the innovation has come from somewhere else, and we've copied. I am proud this morning to be a co-founder or a partaker of this innovation that is going to rule and change the financial system, not just the world, but the financial system and every other system, because this innovation is coming from a black, it's coming from our own locality, it's coming from our own Nigeria, the country that a lot of person thinks nothing good is going to come from. I said something one of the days I was presenting. I said a time will come where the Financial Institute will call on Honorable Richard to sit with them one-on-one globally to explain this system or this part I want to explain, called the PYC. And then you will hear him talk in CNN explaining to the world how it works. Right now, we're only just giving you the periphery of PYC. It has not it has not been charged. Let me put it that way, if you understand, okay? It has not been touched. We're only just scratching. So by the time we start and he begin to reveal, and everybody is running into our system because of PYC, then you will know what you've done to yourself. That is, if you miss SWIFTtrip. And when you see him on CNN explaining it, CNN is a global news channel, because they will actually feature him there where he's explaining it. So every other financial institution and the world globally can now learn from Nigeria. This is the innovation we're talking about. Instead of thinking some poverty things, how you're buying garri, how you're buying rice, start thinking, what is that thing I can do to be different? Because immediately you're different, the money will come, and buying of all these things will be a child's play. So let's hit directly into it. Wow. All right. So now, PYC simply means pay your customer. So we are the first to talk about it, and certainly will be the first to embed it. Why am I saying that? Certainly one or two persons will hear us talk about it, go do it, but certainly they will fail, they will crash, because they don't have the blueprint of it. So because they just want to answer name, we're doing it, doesn't mean they are the first. So we are going to be the first, because we're going to show them how it's going to be run. So a quick one, so I don't take our time, how we're going to share this money, how this PYC is going to go around to everybody. As I said earlier, it means pay your customers. Every customer that patronize SWIFTtrip, either through our e-taxi, our Version, or any of our services, you get back 2% immediately to say thank you. And this 2%, you can cash it out at any time. You can use it for whatever you want. It doesn't necessarily mean you have to use it back in our system. No, you could use it to do whatever you want to do. So we are not saying use it in our system. Other systems will only ask you to leave it in their system and now use it like a bonus. For us, you can cash it, do whatever you want to do with it. So quickly, you see that I've zoomed it. You see a yellow box in the middle. There is a green arrow directly pointing to that box. That green arrow is showing 100%. What does that mean? Say you book a ride from your destination, or say from your location to your destination. Now when you get to your destination, you pay for that ride. Say you pay 10k for the ride. Immediately the driver confirms your payment, the system accepts that that payment is done and the ride is over. It is called 100%, no matter the amount. Now this 100% is being shared to both the customers, both the drivers, shareholders, and the company, and including the passenger that booked the ride. So going forward, you see down the arrow pointing down and it is written driver. The driver go home with 80%. And why is that? Because he's the one fueling the car, he's the one maintaining the car, he's the one doing everything. You could be sleeping here in Nigeria and in the UK the driver is working. So at every point in time, for those who are shareholders, your money is dropping per second. So you are enjoying the whole driver service. So that's why he is going home with 80%. Now 10% goes to the company. You will see that yellow box there. 10% goes to the company, which is the platform provider. So this 10% going to the company is not for the CEO. The CEO is also a shareholder like you and I, who will be coming in, especially those who will be coming in today. Okay, he's one of us. So this 10% goes to the company. Now this 10% is to maintain the app. You see sometimes WhatsApp will tell you upgrade, that your version is now outdated. You see Binance, there's upgrade, every app we use, especially Web 2, Web 3, they'll tell you to upgrade. So and doing that upgrade, it costs a lot of money. The company will not now come tasking the shareholders and say, okay, everybody is going to drop so amount, or any money that is earned from Monday to Tuesday will not be paid because we want to upgrade. No. So this 10% going to SWIFTtrip is for upgrade. Also, you will hear us talk about we owning our properties all over the globe. So it's from this 10% we'll do that. While we're traveling, doing all that, we don't call shareholders. We go ahead because there is fund being generated and there is a percentage being given to the company to run swiftly. So going forward now, I've talked about 90%. Now 5% goes to shareholders. As the meeting continues, you will understand how it's being explained. We have two kinds of shareholder. We have the stakeholders and we have the node holders. So looking at your arrow, you will see that the stakeholders are going home with 2.0. Why? Because they are not much. And on that stakeholders, we have from 2 million upwards to 128 million. That you see now why they are not much. These are people who understand investment and they decide to stake huge amounts of money. 3% comes to the node holders, and the node holders, we are much. This is where the concept of this business actually is, because the vision is actually to reduce poverty. So in this node holders, we'll be sharing 3.0%. So this is a total of 5%. So summing it up of what I've talked about earlier, we've shared 95%. Moving forward to the customer passenger referral stroke the customer driver referral, this area will be sharing 3%. So the customer the customer passenger referral, we have 4 levels of referrals. So if you understand this PYC, you will really start working if you're a shareholder who is not referring people. When we get to launch, will begin, a lot of persons will start holding seminars in order to share their referral link, because at any point where any customer uses the ride, you who refer them make something out of it. So we have 4 levels here. The customer/passenger referral, the first generation go home with 1%, second generation go home with 0.3%, third generation go home with 0.1%, and the fourth generation 0.1%. This is not your own job. Someone who you refer that refers someone that refers someone must have booked a ride, and you are making this money. Down to the customer driver referral, the same thing takes place. The first generation go home with 1%, second generation 0.3%, third generation 0.1%, and fourth generation 0.1%, and everybody is happy. At this point is a total of 98%. Now the remaining 2%, this 2% is very important. Look at the arrow by the green, you see 2% pointing upwards, showing passenger profit. This is the person who booked this ride, who has paid this money that has been shared round. Okay, so this particular person, the company gives him or her a 2%. So you can see the arrow up there, it is showing you 2% back to the passenger to say thank you for using our service, thank you for using our flights, thank you for using our e-taxi, thank you for buying from our e-commerce shop, thank you for using the logistics area to move your goods. Now any area you use, this is embedded in that area. So this 2%, we say thank you, and you can cash it out. And this is our selling point, because with this everybody will want to use SWIFTtrip. With this everybody will want to use our flights. With this everybody will want to buy from our e-platforms, from our e-commerce session, and with this everybody wants to use our logistics to move. So this is a big market. So if you are here today for the first time and you have no reason to, or something has not captivated you, why you should be a shareholder of SWIFTtrip or a partaker of this blessing, this particular area, the PYC, should give you sense to sign up immediately. So at this point I'll be handing back the mic to the lion himself to take over. Thank you, sir.
Incredible. Thank you so much for all you do for SWIFTtrip. We appreciate you, NK Billions.
Thank you.
That's amazing. And if you've listened to NK Billions, I know you enjoyed hearing from her talking about the PYC. All right, so for those just joining, I'm Honorable Richard Tinade, the founder and the CEO of SWIFTtrip. And right now I want to talk about how you benefit from SWIFTtrip by the time it's launched. Okay, we'll also be looking at how you benefit now, why we are yet to launch. So there are 2 kinds of benefits in SWIFTtrip: the now and the future. So I'm about to take you now the future. You have to see the future first before we talk about, or we take you through how you earn now. So are you ready? Let's look at okay, I think before then it's cool we talk about the subscribers benefit and when SWIFTtrip is going to launch. When would SWIFTtrip launch? People ask us this question a lot, and it's very necessary you understand it so you know how to attend to the people out there. SWIFTtrip is going to launch at the reach of 3% shares sold out of the 5% share volume allocated to shareholders. Take note of this. Now I'll take you to the calculator so you see why we say maximum of 2.4 million node holders the business will be launched. Follow me to the calculator. Every person coming in as a node holder of SWIFTtrip owns 0.50125% of the business globally. When I say global, I mean that wherever a trip is done, you earn. Wherever a flight is booked via the SWIFTtrip app, you earn according to your volume. So we're using notes here for this, and every note holder, whether you're buying it today or you bought it 5,000 or you are going to buy it for 100,000, why you want to observe to see if the CEO will keep his mouth shut, or the ones that waited to they can see an evidence and then they will still buy the same note for minimum of 200 million naira, minimum 200 million naira at the launch of SWIFTtrip. It is not going to appreciate in any way, saying now those who bought it earlier bought 0.5015%. So those who are now buying it 200 million will buy 0.2015%. So it's bigger than the other one. No, it's the same volume you're buying. The difference is you who came early, you pay the price of what? Patience. Amazing. Don't miss SWIFTtrip. All right. Now let's look at how this consumes 3%. 3 divided by 0.50125 gives you what? 2,400,000. So it tells you that inside the 3% bulk shares, we have 0.50. Okay, we have 2.4 million 0.50125% in it. That's clear. So when are we going to launch? At the sales of 3% shares, it means 2.4 million subscribers coming together to build the SWIFTtrip community, or to make up the SWIFTtrip community. Good. We can call these subscribers founding customers or foundation customers, then co-founders or co-owners or subscribers or shareholders. Whichever word we use, we are right, and whichever you use out there, you're right. So having said this, you would understand again that you would explain this to a person. When the person sees the part I'm taking you now, which is how you benefit in the future, and they see what one account in SWIFTtrip can do for them, they are tempted always to want to have 2, to want to have 10. And they will be very disappointed when you tell them, no, you can't have 2, you can't have 10, you can only have 1. One person to one unit. Yes, the company is on a very challenging task. 2.4 million. Every normal kind of person would want to say, let's give to as many persons who are willing to buy as many accounts. Not this man seated here. We follow the plan. We follow the white paper. We are not enticed. We are not in a hurry. The same time, nobody here today needs this accomplishment of SWIFTtrip more than I. So if I tell you relax and follow due process, brothers and sisters, relax. No need of being in a haste. If you're in a haste, you can't make SWIFTtrip happen. You know what? Why I laughed? I just heard inside me. Some people that are saying, hurry, go and launch. If they put you in this chair, say CEO of SWIFTtrip, and we give you all the money that maybe SWIFTtrip has saved for a project, you cannot do SWIFTtrip. You can't. You can do your own thing, but not SWIFTtrip. Maybe now I'm going to pay one person again. But I'm happy that Honorable Richard, don't worry. Ooh, now let me talk more. All right, so Amazing. 2.4 million units. Nobody should come and begin to say, CEO, go and launch. We told you how it is before you came in. It's clear. Nobody is deceived. So if you use your clear eye and you join, you should now know that there is no backing out. Nothing like say, I've waited. I need the money. No, which money? Money that we are putting inside projects. Where would you see to give to you? Once you join, you don't join. No quitting. So if the members of SWIFTtrip can't quit, is it the CEO that will quit? A man joined the meeting one day and he said, what if this thing do not happen? I said, what if what? He said, what if you didn't get the 2.4 million people? I said, where is the if coming from? That's the way I answered him. I said, sir, where is the if? Which if? What if we fail? Failure is you quit. There is no word like fail or failure. The word there is quitting. And that's what we should be teaching the new generations coming. I'm afraid to fail. Be afraid to quit. That's it. I'm afraid to fail. What's how? You will only fail when unless you are afraid that you cannot follow up consistently. That's when you say I'm afraid to fail. Who does that or who says that? In SWIFTtrip, there is no loophole, no atom of failure. Not getting. Don't worry, just give me time. In a blink, we will get this number done with. Give it time. Some people say, I don't blink since. Keep blinking. Keep blinking. That blink will come that it's done. A time is coming. You cannot bring two persons. Today we say affiliate marketing. Sell the units. A time will come. 2 units you can't sell. If you sell 2, it means we are over 4 million people thereabout. And the company will say, it's done with. It's done with. It's just a matter of time. And that's when you hear people saying, if I knew, I would have. So we'll say, this will take us over 10 years to accomplish. CEO is too much, it's too hard. 10 years. They say SWIFTtrip will make you a trillionaire in dollars. And if you will wait 10 years to start fulfilling that promise, is it a bad thing? You want to be in a haste to get to that kind of life? Don't worry, don't join SWIFTtrip. Then we enter the race lane together. That one is running with nothing. We, the shareholders of SWIFTtrip, we are running with SWIFTtrip. That person in that journey of 10 years from now, he will not arrive to that line of 10 years before us. We will get there together, the same minute, the same. The question is, what did you bring in crossing that line? 10 years. Today was 10 years ago when somebody wrote a statement in a New Year service. In 10 years from now, I will be this, I will be that. The only way we can do it is slowly, gradually, be consistent, be building, keep getting better, keep improving. Every day that passes by, SWIFTtrip just got stronger. How do I know? There is a person in this meeting today for the first time that will hear SWIFTtrip and say, I follow. I will do it with all my heart. I will share and I will give it to people. One person per day just heard about SWIFTtrip. SWIFTtrip is no longer the same as it was yesterday. We keep moving, we keep building. Know that in this part of We Are Campaigning SWIFTtrip, you are not alone. We are many out there sharing the vision with others. Let's move, and we will get there. Thank you. Now let's deal with how you benefit, and then it's important you know the subscribers level in SWIFTtrip. We have 8 levels you can choose from. Do you want to be a deluxe owner in SWIFTtrip? As a stakeholder, that is 128 million. And do you want to be a base lot owner, the least in the stakeholders category? That's 2 million naira. Do you want to be the node holder? That's 100,000 naira, which you can now enjoy for a reduced promo price, or have it for a reduced promo price. You told the person today, the person is arguing with you why it will not work. Leave it. When it's 100,000, that person eye go clear. He will come in. Many shareholders are not really, they don't understand marketing. Marketing might not give you results the day you started talking about it. Check us out in 2021. It does not give you results the first day you run out there. That's why people quit in their journey of prospecting. It's a seed. You keep planting it. Keep planting it. People you told at 25,500, don't be surprised. They will come and register at 100,000. You'll be amazed. And by so doing, you will even earn far bigger advert bonus. You don't understand it. Keep planting the seed. If you give up, that's when the people you told will now be looking at you. I thought you said, for me, the CEO, I will not stop talking. I'm only advising us here now. Keep your passion intact. Keep the fire burning. Keep it flaming. When you see that the wood that is burning that flame is beginning to depreciate and going down, the fire is going to bring it back together, and it's a conscious effort. Consciously, you will retain that fire in you. You cannot be passionate unconsciously. This meeting, the day you didn't join, it should be something that's very, very, very important. Maybe you are prospecting SWIFTtrip somewhere. That's when you didn't click the button to say, I joined the meeting. It's a conscious effort that will bring you here every day. The day you become unconscious about it, you will just relax like that. You want to bring people to this meeting, it's a conscious effort. Somebody told you, get out. Forget about those things you're talking. You still went on to ensure you bring somebody to this meeting. It's a conscious work. You can't achieve all of these things just living yourself like that. You want to be successful? SWIFTtrip will make you successful. SWIFTtrip will challenge your mind. Embrace something challenging. Don't do simple things. Don't do simple things. 8 levels, 100,000, 51,500 today. Congratulations to you who got it early. And if you look at the ownership, this is what I'm using, analyzing for you the benefit in the future. 0.50 for the deluxe, 0.05% for the deluxe, and 0.50 1 to 5% for the notes. That's in ownership level. So I will take you through with maybe the node holders, the stakeholders. I'll just cite it a little, but I'll be dealing with the node more. Good. And let's now see how this will benefit you. So I'll take you to my calculator and show you an analysis that we've got is 2.4 million shareholders. So business has launched. And right now, we performed a trip that cost $20. The question is, how much are you going to earn from a trip of $20? If you're a node holder, just multiply this like this. 0.50 is 125, add percent. When we're dividing, getting how many percentage of that is in the 3 box shares, we can't add percent on that. You get it? But right now, we're adding percentage because we are dealing with money, sum. So you get here 0.60, 25 cents. So if you're a deluxe owner, what do you earn here? You earn 1 cent, 0.01. That's 1 cent. A person came in with 128 million naira to build a project, and you're showing how you will pay him 1 cent from a trip of what? $20. That man might think that you are the latest scammer, as many people call me. They say I'm the advanced. That's what I'm doing, is the advanced kind of scam. I'm happy. I'm very happy that they can say it's advanced scam. What a title. My God. So it means that they've not seen this kind before. Advanced. So others are like petty scams. SWIFTtrip, advanced type. Amazing. We love that title. And so if it's advanced scam, by the time it's done, advanced technology, my God. And that's where the regret comes in. I missed such a great opportunity. Follow this advanced scam, as they call it. Already, you know why you will go out there and you are not perturbed with what people say? They call that thing abasement. You abase yourself by your own self before you step out. Abase means you have ridiculed yourself beyond or far beneath insult. So there is no level of insult anybody can give to you that will shake you. You are abased. That's what it means. You humiliated beyond humble, and you step out. So you are ready now to receive the bullets. Say anything, doesn't get to me. That's why I tell you, if you like, praise me. If you like, tell me that I'm the worst person. It doesn't concern me. I'm just moving. We went to evangelism one day. Let me teach you again what abasement means. And so, as I was going with one guy, he's a pastor, and we knocked on a gate. The man came out, and he saw us with Bible. He said, "What do people come here for? You want to preach?" We say, "Yes." As we were about to talk, he smashed the gates. Bah! The words we want to say is, we swallow back. And then the other guy provoked the pastor. He was angry. Why will a person act like this? Why will he act like this? Didn't you see us that we came to minister with Bible? I looked at him, I was laughing. He said, "It's not even affecting you, it's not even paining you. Why are you laughing?" I looked at him, I said, "Abase yourself." And that's what I'm teaching you today. I've already taught you the definition. When you have abased yourself, anything you see out there, anything you hear, people will come chat me. Somebody said this one, somebody said that. Hey, you have not abased yourself. That's why when they tell you that, it pains you. When they block you, it hurts you. And then you want to give up. Abase yourself. NK told you that when you want to learn many things at ease, come to SWIFTtrip meeting. That hour you invested here, it's going to expose you to a lot. You might know it, but the way we talk about it again would reignite it inside of you. Okay, so now I want to show you how cents or kobo in our own language can become millions, billions of trillions of dollars. Amazing. Now, how are we going to do this? I'll just take to 5 years from now. What we calculated here just now was 20 times 0.50125%. And we got 0.6025 cents. I want to show you how system works. A system can pay you very little, very minute, but as years go by, it gets better. Now, if you look at this, we multiply this by volume of trips that is bound to happen in years from now. And if we want to do a mega case scenario, in 5 years, let's talk about tens of trillions, because by then we should be talking about hundreds of trillions, thousands of trillions. The time is coming dealing with millions of trillions. As years go by, trillions in its trillions of volume. And that's not the end. SWIFTtrip just keeps getting better. Beautiful. And now look at this. So I'll do 50 trillion trips here. Just 50 trillion trips. If you follow me as the CEO of SWIFTtrip, in the space of 3 years, we are done with this. 0.56025 cents. What do you get? $12.5 million. Take note, this is just the e-taxi aspect. Use your mind to check the aviation, check the e-commerce, check the logistics transactions. Don't miss SWIFTtrip. So if we look at $12.5 million, what do we have here? Let's multiply it or bring it down to Naira currency, which so many persons as Nigerians here would relate with better. $12.5 million is not 12.5 million naira. Let's expound that. Yesterday we saw the dollar. This time I won't have time to go check it now. It was 1,570. That is what? 19.6 billion. Brothers and sisters, mommies and daddies. 19.6 billion. If we should take away 200 million naira, if that was what you bought SWIFTtrip with, because when I say 200 million naira, you think it is, you think I'm joking. Or maybe you think that what we're offering does not worth it. Minus this away from the answer you got here. Just take away the 200 million naira at the launch of SWIFTtrip, what it will be sold for. Minus the way, what's that? Did it shake the 19? That's 19.4 billion. So we would have the opportunity by then and not be glad they did. Now you can complain. People around you, not you. You in the meeting, you understood it already, you're a shareholder. People around you might complain. 51,500. They come back, they say it's 52,000. They come back again, 53,000. Then why is it? They don't understand that they got it early. Or they got it so cheap. It's not yet affordable, it's very cheap. They got it like that because they are getting it early. People who will get it when it's over, your opportunity to say it's still remaining, and you can buy a node for 200 million naira. Congratulations. Don't miss SWIFTtrip. If you miss it, you won't forget the name, SWIFTtrip. Now, there is something that every one of us have to be doing, which is talking about SWIFTtrip, campaigning about SWIFTtrip. We need 2.4 million persons. So a person who will hear us and say, I will do it, I will not tell anybody about it, we don't need such persons. Anyone who will not campaign SWIFTtrip, just join us when we are done with this process. Be a customer. We don't need the money. We need pioneers. Persons who will come in and tell others. We are very selective at this vision stage. We are not looking for subscribers. We are looking for pioneers of SWIFTtrip. Somebody with me? So, anyone around that tells you, must I bring people in? Tell them yes. Don't pamper it. I don't like it when some people come and tell me, he told me this, and he will say, and I told the person that it's not compulsory. You are not saying what I said. Tell them, don't be afraid. Later, they will realize that they missed it. Because there's no person that will say, I don't have somebody around me that needs to be elevated out of it. Somebody told you, why would you want to keep it by yourself? Have the mind first to want to tell people, and then tell the people whatever they decide. Let them decide it. You came, you were not unable to refer anybody. It's a beautiful thing. But that you have the mind to say, I will not tell anybody, we don't need such. Are we together? Thank you very much. So when you share this information, what are you doing? You are selling the units. Selling the units individual, one person to one unit, one person to one unit. So as you're helping us do that, the company is saying thank you with 10% on, let's say you bring in how much? You met a person who did this. You had a seminar. Person came in 128 million. 10% of that is for advert. That's how much? 12.8 million. Will the company say, give us 5% from it and you take 5%? The 10% is yours. If I go to the radio and I get it done, somebody comes in, 128 million through me. You think I will give 1% of it to SWIFTtrip? It's mine. That 12.8. That's why they see, when I tell you this, that's why we will never touch your own advert bonus. And everyone here, hearing me, who have been assured that you understand it. There's no time you have made your withdrawal and the company pay you half portion and say, you ask why. We say, we're in a vision stage now, so this one is too much now, let's add this to the project. We can't do that. If you like, withdraw 1 million naira, it's yours. You worked for it. Take it. Now, a node holder comes into SWIFTtrip through you. How much would you get paid on? 14,000 naira, and pay to the person who told you. Who told that person about SWIFTtrip? You who told the person about SWIFTtrip. 14,000 naira is paid to you. Beautiful. I don't know the kind of work you are doing today, and you just talk with mouth. Hello, it's mouth talk. Oh. You just talk with mouth. You might not even talk. You just carry link. You share link to somebody. Say, join this meeting. Oh. The person joined and understood the future, because most times when you're telling somebody about this, the person will think that he or she is coming to help you, not knowing that they are coming to help their life. But once that person has seen that he's actually coming to help himself, and he becomes part of SWIFTtrip, you didn't do anything. You just share the link to make somebody join the meeting. Now CEO talk or any other person talk. The company comes back to you and pay you 14,000 naira. What kind of business is more better? If you help 10 people in a week, that's 114,000. 140,000 without your efforts. Nothing. Just sit down, share link to 10 people. The 10 people saw you earn 140,000. What business could be more better? And a shareholder will tell me that the inflation in country today is affecting him or her. It means that person is not campaigning SWIFTtrip. Oh, you told 10 persons, nobody agreed to join. You told 100 persons, nobody agreed to join, then you gave up. Why? It means that you like poverty, or you like the inflation, you like suffering. Don't wait on anybody. Don't look at anybody's face. You tell a person not moving, move. Tell people. Don't wait for anybody to say the person promised me that he will be a shareholder, and then he promised you, and then you now relax. Keep moving, keep campaigning. And then the person who told that person earns 2,000 naira. Let's say you told somebody, the person tells another person, the company comes back to pay you 2,000 naira. Okay. And then in the third generation, the company pays you again 800 naira. In the fourth, the company pays you how much? 500 naira. Incredible. What's the project fee here? 35,700. A man told me, he said, Honorable Richard, that was in 2021. He said to me, if you will be able to do this thing, you cannot do it in Nigeria. You must travel away from this country. He said, if you would do it, better don't stay in this country. Just go. Now I'm talking to you. Start preparing your this thing. That's 2021. I want me to run away. He said, go outside. When you talk to this about people out there, that's what they will say. But Nigerians cannot understand it. He said, number one, we have gone through a lot. And it's true. But I told him, I said, watch me do this in Nigeria. He's watching. And he's watching. Funny enough, he has not joined SWIFTtrip 2021. He's advising me. He has not joined. Anytime I post on status, the new look that SWIFTtrip has now, he's following it on my status steady. When I say I'll laugh, I'll say keep watching. Keep watching. Keep advising me. Don't join. And then after that, we have what we call the cash bonuses in SWIFTtrip. When you have activated 50 nodes, the company knows that you are not just an ordinary shareholder. You are now running with the vision. The company says you are now a SWIFTtrip runner, and you get the Runners Award of 50,000 naira. For what did you do? You activated 50 units, 50 nodes. It means you have registered 50 people. And then we call you a SWIFTtrip icon when you went on and you have activated 500 units of these node shares. Remember, 1 person to 1 node, and you get what? 1 million naira. 1 million naira is not compared to the insults you faced, right? It's not compared. But SWIFTtrip will just say thank you for that. It's a milestone, and we recognize that milestone. And the SWIFTtrip, the face of, that's the Star Award, and we call it Face of SWIFTtrip. It's done. You get to that milestone at the reach of, or at the activation of 5,000 units. So how many units can you activate? There's no limit. Are you going to stop at 5,000? No, you can still continue and you're earning your advert bonus. But these are the recognized milestones. And the company gives to you 10 million naira at the reach of that. And I do tell us, not until we've got a SWIFTtrip, the face of SWIFTtrip, then you understand that name, the face of SWIFTtrip. It's not just going to be we transfer to you and then show the receipt on the groups. It will be beyond that. You can see that event beside me or behind me. That was the December 3rd event of SWIFTtrip. Amazing and powerful. Such will be done for the faces of SWIFTtrip. It's not just going to be one, there are going to be many. The limit is a general limit, 2.4 million units. How many you can do as an individual is no cap, but the general cap. Thank you so much. And we say, do not miss the SWIFTtrip profit share offer. I am Honorable Richard Tanade, founder and CEO of SWIFTtrip. So how do you subscribe to this? Simply go to the website, www.invest.swifttripcampaign.com. You can see it on your screen. And we say, register now. Deposit that share, your preferred stake or the notes, you deposit to the company account, Swift Bridge Transport Limited, FCMB 82 84 55 8014, and then you pay that to, you send that proof of payment to the admin. Sorry for that. Okay, you send the proof of payment to the person who told you about SWIFTtrip, and that person sends that receipt to the admin to obtain what? Activation code. He goes back into his portal and he registers you as a shareholder. When you're not a shareholder, that's only when you can go chat the admin of SWIFTtrip. And we have right now with us Ambassador Jerry, and he's going to take us through with some words of encouragement, wrapping off this meeting today for us, and then we can go from there. Thank you, Ambassador Jerry. God bless you.
Once again, I want to say a big thank you to every one of you that made a time to be part of this live presentation from the headquarters of SWIFTtrip, Port Harcourt, Nigeria. It's been awesome. You know, every day I endeavor to be in our webinar. It's not because I am waiting to learn new things, but I get inspired. You know, I'm not tired of listening to SWIFTtrip presentation, and I'm glad that I see new persons joining the webinar daily. And of course, like I started in my intro, if you have not lost money before in life, then you cannot get money. All those who are trying to be too safety conscious when it has to do with investment, they are those usually that live that rat race life. Those who always say, if to say I be no. Please, grow from that mentality. Grow from that mentality. Okay? I am a testimony, and for those who know me, they always say it. We have those in my neighborhood who says, anything when they tell you, do. You know why they're saying it? Because they have seen me grow from a nobody to somebody. In the MLM industry, when we're doing product network, we used to have a language called Nobodosombo. It simply means from nobody to somebody. And know it today. If you want it sharp, it ends sharp. I started by using what just happened in Paris to encourage us that Team Nigeria came back home with not even a wood. A plaque would not come back with 82 athletes. Whereas some countries went with just 10 athletes and they came back with medals. Not medals. The point is, what was the secret? What was their system? Early preparation, patiently building a system, and it paid off. We don't build in this part of the world. We always love finished products. And the question is, who will finish it for you? Is a man who built the process. We had up to 4 athletes from Nigeria that got medals for other countries. Ogule won a gold for Germany in the shot put category. Aneta won the first silver in hammer for the Team USA. This was a lady that represented Nigeria before now, but we were not ready to prepare her. And she switched allegiance because she had double nationality. And a country who believes in preparation, laying the grand foundation, took her, polished her, and today she is on the medal list. The team captain of the Japanese national female team is a Nigerian. Japanese female football team. It's in, imagine Japanese, so you don't reach where they go even play ball for China people and Japanese. Whereas Team Nigeria did not survive the group stage. We had a Nigeria for Bahrain. Why am I going this route? These are people who believe in systems, not those who believe in prayer. Your prayer must match your faith. Because even the Holy Book says it. Faith without work is dead. The progressive countries of the world are not the most prayerful. They are those that match their works with action.
Yeah.
We are doing the action part now. Some are watching us. 2, 3, 4, 5 years. It's not too long to wait to bat an elephant. What we're giving birth to are not puppies. Elephant. Okay? I joined SWIFTtrip when there were nothing to hold on to as an evidence to market it. When it was just a concept when I was called. Today we have offices springing up across Nigeria and the world at large. Today we have a website, we have an app, and someone is still asking, are you sure? Your brain will need operation if you're still asking that kind of question.
I hear you, sir.
You need to be operated upon mentally. A friend asked me, why was the change of name? I saw it. He has signed up. I say, for us to operate globally, it must not carry only the connotation of transportation. Swiftify is all encompassing because we went to a country where things are done normally, not cut and nail. Okay, the name features cover all of for here. No, they say if you must incorporate those other services, then it should be broader. So make it broader for us, and we'll get you registered. These are people who are doing their due diligence in the United Kingdom. And today we are registered there. And you are still asking, what is the guarantee? What kind of guarantee are you looking for? And I always say, if you're looking for that kind of guarantee where you want to see your product at your front end before you do, go and buy Ugu leaf. If you're in Port Harcourt, buy Ugu leaf with your money. Go to Rumokoro roundabout and share it there. You'll see the Ugu. If you don't sell it, go and eat it. That is a guarantee. But pray that the day you go, no vehicle fabric. Because we have seen people who want to be doing short business. Say, let me see it, cash and carry.
Yeah.
And they don't come back alive to tell the stories. Experience is not always the best teacher. It is what we call life events. Information now is the best teacher. The small child of yesterday with the right information is ruling the world. The likes of Elon Musk, Jeff Bezos, they are not the oldest. They are not the most schooled. So when you're looking for which school the boy go, which school the man go, it is not school that pays you now. It is what you have obsessed. Your technical know-how. And that's what the world is rewarding. Please and please, tell your friends and even tell your enemies, what they have been praying for is here. That opportunity you have been praying for, God, give me something, is here before you. Why are you still wasting time? Today, when it was 5,000, you doubted. It became 10,000, you doubted. 15,000, you doubted. 25,000, you bought. Somebody is still doubting. At 50, the person is buying. At 51, don't worry. When you don't buy it now, when it's 100,000, I assure you, you will beg us to buy it. That's an assurance. You will beg, because by the time you see the influx of people singing the song of SWIFTtrip all over your nooks and crannies, you will know that SWIFTtrip is not that thing you were thinking of that was aired by one small boy, like you used to say, from Nigeria. Because it's not a man with white pigmentation. I don't call it white man. White pigmentation, because that's just the difference. I have a black pigmentation, but my thought is not of the black. All right? Because you must understand that what is giving us challenge is our mentality. Yeah. That mentality, we must do away with it. It is time to embrace systems. If you want to be financially free, embrace systems. Systems will pay you for life. By 8 p.m. tonight, make it as a matter of urgency. Start telling people now, come with at least 5 persons to the webinar tonight. By tomorrow, do the same thing. You that is saying you want us to launch now, give it that push. If we do it, that is a collaboration we're thinking. And we're telling you today that even before the launch of business, you can make a fortune for yourself. So that money you're looking for is embedded and is hidden in the advertisement bonus. Go and ask some persons. They don't earn salary, but what they take home from advertisement alone is more than what you're crying for a salary. So why not pinch from it? Pinch from it. And if you do, the Ember month is just about less than 20 days from now. We'll enter the Ember month. The rush will start. We are not rushing here. Our own, we have started planning since. So it's going to drop all throughout the Ember month. If you want to visit the bar, because from September, the bars will be open. October, another bar. November, another bar. And December, we'll crown the bar services. Join SWIFTtrip. And if you do, if you can be signing up at least five persons every month, I'm not saying every week, every month, your December will be rosy. When you visit your village, they will see the difference in your body, that yes, you're coming from somewhere that we can reckon with. And by the time you'll be holding those last set of meetings in December, they will look at you and believe in what you're saying, that you look it. And they will start without hesitation, they will join you in your kind of business. So please take home this message today. Your age group meetings, tell them. Your old boys association, tell them. Your what kind of association, both in your church, those youth group, tell them. Because if you're waiting for our kind of system here in Nigeria to reward you, my brother, the regret will be great. But with SWIFTtrip, we can change the dynamics. So thank you very much for giving me this opportunity to talk to my community once again.
Thank you, Ambassador Jerry. We love you. To you over there, we love you. Have a great time and stay blessed. Bye-bye.
If you know what SWIFTtrip is all about, be excited that you are part of the people that are starting this project at the foundational stage.
It's time to pay your customers.